Today I'm going to bring you a video a little different. I want to react to the group Hearts2Hearts recording the song Style. Hearts2Hearts is a group whose song I've been listening to since they released their first music video. I don't follow the group closely, but I have their songs in my K-pop playlist. I really like the harmonies they use in their song compositions, which remind me a lot of Red Velvet, but that I enjoy more than Red Velvet. I'm not a fan. I don't really like the more delicate music. I'm a classical music singer for those who don't know me here. Perhaps here in this video there will be people who don't know me, but I've been a classical music singer for 20 years now. I've been active since 2020, working in other areas. But besides classical music, I'm also a fan of rock, metal, and some electronic music. And I discovered K-pop 3 years ago, and I liked some songs that reminded me of childhood in the 80s, 90s, that R&B, pop, hip hop from that time. So I started listening to a song here and there, but I'm not a fan of any group. But here, because of the channel, I've gotten to know and explore many K-pop groups. Hearts2Hearts has interested me musically. I've seen on some channels that the girls have been performed, and there are interesting voices there from what I've heard. Let's see here then how their performance went in this recording of their song. Let's see what we can hear in terms of vocal technique. Is this Yuha? A very standard K-pop tone, more nasal voice, relatively metallic. Her execution here resembles an internal reflection. That's why she adds a lot of air with her voice. She's hitting the syllables right. She makes a difference. She wants to punctuate, do something along with the grooves, pulse. That's why now they market their time more in her return too. K-pop usually has the syllables executed, sometimes almost spoken note by note. Each musical note has a syllable, and this can make it a bit difficult to fit the notes. And here she wants to do something more cadenced with the groove. The rhythm the music is in, which is very danceable, because she's coming out of that inner reflection to externalize a bit, maybe talk to the person who likes her. It's in tune, built the voice well with good volume. The high note was in tune.
방식을 좋아해 오늘부터 전화 just like that 너도 내 방식을 좋아해 One, two, three, one One, two, three, baby One, two, three, baby
Even though it's a screen, there's a note she has to hit.
수고하셨습니다.
She went to the top of her head voice to execute that.
마치고 여기 녹음실 옆에 있는 안마 의자에서 잠깐 쉬고 있었는데요. 제가 스타일 녹음 엄청 걱정도 많이 하고 고민도 많이 하면서 준비를 했는데 작가님께서 디렉도 잘 봐주시고 또 많이 연습을 해서 생각보다 괜찮았던 것 같습니다. 스타일이 약간 밝고 엄청 귀여운 그런 노래다 보니까 이번 녹음에서는 좀 톤을 예쁘게 내보는 걸 가장 중요하게 생각을 하면서 녹음을 했는데 잘 나왔으면 좋겠네요. 오늘 이제 멤버들이 다 녹음을 끝내면
It seems to be really beautiful. She appeared to understand well what the musical director wanted. That's very important. It makes the job easier both for the singer and for the director, especially when there's this previous work and when the singer is aware of what they are doing. And she really seems to know.
저희가 스타일을 정말 열심히 준비하고 있으니까 여러분들도 스타일을 많이 좋아해 주셨으면 좋겠습니다. 그리고 이제 예온이가 녹음을 할 차례인데 저는 이제 가서 예온이 녹음을 응원해 보도록 하겠습니다. 안녕.
So she sang really in tune, especially the high notes. She attacked them with confidence, despite the Korean or Oriental technique that, in my particular view, it limits the singer a lot, especially in big high jumps, but she did very well compared to what I've seen from singers in these recording videos. The K-pop industry really has many singers who have a lot of difficulty performing.
근데 참 이상해 왜 너만 보여 Got me talk 근데 참 이상해 왜 너만 네 근데 참 이상해 왜 너만 보여 Got me talk
This cadence is all very playful, childish, delicate, and this po-yo brings with the syllables po-yo, it brings a childish character, and she has a voice that is even more nasal than the previous girls, with a bit more briefiness and a bit more metallic too. This really gives a more childish character, especially for this melodic line that's more in this way. It was very well told out.
세상 오직 너만 가능한 장면이지 가졌어 넌 이미 같이 가졌어 넌 이미 세상 오직 너만 가능한 장면이지 가졌어 넌 이미 같이 같을 것
A sweet melody. We don't notice when singing fast, but here now you notice the sweet cadence. Very well told out for the song. And she's also very in tune and very secure in her executions.
Smile. 네. Baby you make me smile 네 스타일은 다 맞아 깨놀아서도 좋아
Make me smile, make me smile. Here it's always nasal. It's the characteristic of Korean singing and Japanese too. This brings some complications as I said, but she's been doing very well, and these two girls so far, they have a lot of the sonic characteristic of Red Velvet, Irene, Soji, and all the others, but made in Soji.
Got that one of a kind. You got it 'cause
Very good, they really arrive very prepared in the studio. Just fixing details.
너도 내 방식을 좋아해 좋아해 네 너도 내 방식을 좋아해 오늘부터
Always hitting the notes in tune.
너도 내 방식을 좋아해 One, two, three 네 three Thinking we're wanting something One, two, three Thinking we're wanting something One, two, three 감사합니다
She went half a step, a bit lower than how she hit the screen note. Everything is thought out even within the song, even these supposed screens. And I'm really impressed because the final recording has the sonority very similar to what they are recording here. This is important. They're letting their voices out, they hit the notes with confidence, high notes with great confidence, they sing with volume. Look carefully at these girls. They are young, they are at the beginning of their vocal development, and in a few years, they could be good singers at Soji and Irina's level. It's quite interesting.
기다리고 기다리던 스타일의 본 녹음이 끝났습니다. 완전 디테일하게 디렉을 해주셔서 무사히 잘 녹음을 할 수 있었습니다. 그리고 프리코러스에 올 파트 중에 하나인 1, 2, 3 한에 이렇게 부르는 장면이 있는데 저랑 유하 언니가 하이음을 불렀었는데 유하 언니 녹음할 때도 보면서 너무 귀여워가지고 소리도 유하 언니가 내는 게 아니고
The melody is delicate, it's cute.
저도 같이 녹음을 했단 말이죠. 부르면서 저도 혼자서 약간 웃겼다. 네, 웃겼습니다. 녹음하면서
Meaning the melody really brings the idea of being funny.
포인트를 자세히 알려주시는 편이신데 오늘 그래서
Singing with
포인트를
power.
신경 쓰면서 불렀습니다. 강약이라든지 이런 디테일들을 너무 잘 알려주셔서
So he wanted
편하게
intensity
녹음할
and
수
they
있었어요.
delivered.
다음 곡도 연습 많이 해서 빠른 시간 내에 좋은 디테일, 좋은 결과물을 내겠습니다.
Really good indeed.
학교 끝나 뭐해 누구랑 지내 어떤 색 좋아 누구랑 학교 끝나
Yuun.
누구랑 지내 어떤 색 좋아 내 맘이 보이니 I just wanna get close to you 내 맘이 보이니 I just wanna get
A voice apparently more rounded and more projected than the other girls.
맘이 보이니 느낌을 지 지금부터 one 느낌을 지 지금부터 1, 2, 3 두루루뚜뚜뚜 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 두루루뚜뚜뚜
A deeper voice.
네. 오늘부터 전화 just like that 너도 내 방식을 좋아해 오늘부터 전화 just like that 너도 내 방식을 좋아해
It's a voice a bit more directed towards vocals, not so nasal, nor pulled back like the other girls. Is she older? She seems older by the sonority of her voice.
스타일 녹음을
A big voice, more full-bodied.
되게 재밌게 잘 끝낸 것 같아서 되게 만족스럽고요. 결과물이 어떻게 나올지 너무너무 기대가 되는 것 같아요. 오늘 녹음하면서 그 스타일은 되게 밝은 곡이라서 톤에 애기처럼 밝은 느낌을 해야 한단 말이에요. 근데 제가 약간 허스키
My voice is a bit hoarse. That's what the translation says.
목소리 체인지 하는 거를 신경 쓰면서 녹음했습니다. 되게 귀엽게 저같지 않게 나온 것 같아서
It doesn't seem to be a hoarse voice, but rather deeper, more mature.
그러면 이한이로 안녕하세요.
A more mature voice than the others.
아, 네, 알겠습니다.
This is Yeon. This one already has a voice very much with the Korean Japanese characteristic and very stuck in the back.
그 템포는 free. 너의 멜로디. 그 템포는 free. Get up on. 알겠습니다. Get up on this. Hey. 손가락. Get up. Get up. 네. Get up on this. Hey. 손가락.
They work on the technique to have this voice, even a bit caricatured.
I just wanna get close to you, 내 맘이 보이니. I just wanna get close to you, 내 맘이 보이니. 좋아해. 오늘부터 나 just like that. 너도 내 방식을 좋아해. 오늘부터 나 just like that. 너도 내 방식을 좋아해.
The bass of the tongue comes more forward and closes the soft palate, creating this sonority. And as I said, this can bring difficulties when reaching higher notes, the entire high range in general. So this is a complication. The singer ends up having to attack almost always with force, loses delicacy. It's a problem with this technique. I believe they could, K-pop in general, also work on other aspects, other vocal techniques beyond this placement, as there are other placements just listening to Western music. It's possible to mix the two things, but within what is their musical proposal, it's perfect, fits perfectly here. But trying to change the style, it might be necessary to switch.
Smile, 네. Baby, you make me smile. 네 스타일은 다 맞아. 그게 너라서 더 좋아. 네. Get the one overkill. You got it 'cause you're just my type, and I like
Very
your
nasal
style.
indeed,
네.
and very metallic, with less air, breathiness than the other girls.
네, 감사합니다. 수고하셨습니다. 감사합니다. 네, 끝났어요. 자, 가보도록 하겠습니다. 유나 언니 화이팅! 짜란. 오늘 녹음은
Is she the lowest of all the girls?
바로 저희의 디지털 싱글 앨범 스타일 녹음이었습니다. 제가 개인적으로 이 노래를 정말 좋아하는데요. 왜냐면은 일단 춤도 엄청 많이 뛰고 그러는데도 재밌어가지고
The song has the groove,
느낌이 별로 안
which is this combined rhythm
그리고 노래도
of the
엄청
melody
밝고
and the song's
들으면서
beat.
진짜 신난다. 이렇게 딱 생각이 드는 노래인 것 같아서 제가 진짜 좋아하는 노래입니다. 개인적으로 사비가 진짜 신나는데 Baby You 하면서 이렇게 손을 내미는 안무가 있거든요. 그 안무랑 가사랑 너무너무 잘 어울린다 생각하고 딱
Yes, the song is very well
안무를
composed.
들었을 때 여기 파트 너무 좋다, 이 파트 너무 탐난다 하는 파트들을 굉장히 많이 가져와가지고 제가 연습을 더욱더 더 힘내서 한 게 있는 것 같은데 그만큼 오늘 녹음이 잘 끝난 것 같아서 기분이 매우 좋습니다.
When the singer connects with the melody, it helps a lot in the interpretation.
화이팅! 저희 첫 디지털 싱글 스타일 많은 관심과 사랑 부탁드립니다. 큐! 안녕. 스타일 녹음하러 왔습니다.
Just from hearing her speak, I think her voice is deeper than the other girls. Her biotype is also different. I think she has a more rounded and full-bodied voice, even more than the girl I had commented on before.
손과 손 사이 미묘해졌지. 손과 손 사이 미묘해졌지. 손과 손 사이 미묘해졌지. 느낌 알지 지금부터. I just wanna get close to you. 뭐 할까 말해봐. What you feeling like? I just wanna get close to you. 뭐 할까 말해봐. What you feeling like? I just wanna get close to you.
She also has a rounded voice, just not as full-bodied as that other girl I talked about who has the more mature voice. But it's a very rounded voice.
저희 8명 모두 이 스타일 곡을 정말 아끼고 좋아하는데요. 이 스타일이 엄청 발랄하고 여름 느낌 나는 그런 곡이잖아요. 저도
Anna,
녹음할 때 조금 발랄하고 이렇게 신나는 그런 10대 소녀처럼 10대긴 하지만 그런 느낌을 더 내려고 노력했던 것 같습니다. 근데 발음이 엄청 어려웠어요. 생각보다 이제 노래가 빠르고 이러니까 발음도 이렇게 슈룩 해야 되는 게 많거든요. 아쉬운 부분도
as I
많았지만
had mentioned,
다행히는
one
너무
syllable
잘하시고
per
아쉬운 부분은
note
만들지
or per
않으셔도
beat.
열심히 하겠습니다. 그리고 이제 스타일 안무도 연습하고 있는데 뭔가 녹음할 때 안무 생각을 하니까 더 도움이 됐던 것 같아요. 빨리 이 스타일이라는 노래가 우리 하츠분들과 즐길 수 있는 날이 오길 바라며 열심히 준비해서 여러분께 정말 기분 좋은 여름을 만들어 드리도록 하겠습니다. 이
It's
영상이
a
나가는
summer
분들은
song.
이미 많이 즐기고 있겠죠? 여러분, hello! 오늘 녹음 화이팅 해보도록 하겠습니다.
This
잘
girl
나왔으면 좋겠어요.
is Carmen. I know her because I've seen some shorts of her singing. I found her interesting.
안녕하세요. 열심히지 않아 꾸미지 않아 easy peasy. 열심히지 네. 열심히지 않아 easy peasy. 네. 꾸미지 않아 easy peasy. 웃기지 이 순간마저.
She goes into falsetto and returns to head voice, very well executed, very smooth. All the high notes are very uniform, placed with delicacy, despite the high range. This more complex melody with this melisma is done by her. She was a quarter tone off on the last note. She has vibrato, but here in the composition, she is not using it, by order of the musical director for sure. Because the characteristic is to be childish. She has a lot of volume, she really lets her voice out. This is very important for singers in this beginning stage. A small vibrato appeared in the middle, natural for her. She's the main singer of the team, is that it? She's very good.
오늘 녹음은 저번 녹음보다 더더 쉽게 할 수 있어서 너무 다행이고 열심히 연습하니까 결과가 너무 잘 나왔던 것 같습니다.
She practiced, she did it with easy, but it's because she has a somewhat advanced level.
드디어 부를 수 있어서 너무 행복해요. 고음 파트 때 너무너무 좋았어요. 잘 나왔던 것 같아요.
Really very good those
저
high notes.
아까 아침에 되게 걱정했거든요. 목 상태가 오늘 안 좋은 것 같아서 많이 고민하고 많이 걱정하고 근데 다행히 잘 부를 수 있어서 너무 감사하고요. 아쉬운 부분은
Especially for basses like me, any level of tension, stress, or voice disappears. Starts to get hoarse, stuck, it really gets in the way. They who are young, they talk a lot, shout, play. Sometimes she might get a little hoarse. Internally, the singer notices this. Sometimes this doesn't come through to the listener. Many times too, as you sing, you warm up, this gradually eases. But she did very well.
코러스 때 Baby you make me smile 내 스타일은 다 맞아 좀 아쉬운 것 같아요. 괜찮은데 또 잘할 수 있을 것 같아서 좀 아쉬웠어요. 다음에도
She is a singer indeed. She has a head, a musical brain.
일단
Sing
너무
your
오래
brain.
걸어주셔서 너무 감사합니다. 오늘 너무너무 수고 많으셨습니다. 앞으로도 저는 발음도 열심히 연습하고 노래도 열심히 연습하고 좋은 모습을 많이 많이 보여드릴 테니까 여러분 많이 기대해주세요. 스타일 많이 많이 들어주세요.
That's why
감사합니다.
that's why she has
혹시
all
여러분
this concern.
스타일에서 무슨
She's
다음 주에
thinking
스타일을
musically.
한번 댓글로 남겨주세요. 안녕하세요. 흰도 바지 위 쓱쓱 그린 그린
I didn't see her name.
바지 위 쓱쓱 그린 그린 지금보다 더 밝게 네
Jiwoo?
바지 위
The subtitle is ahead.
바지 위 네 흰도 바지 위 쓱쓱 그린 그린 Get up on this hey Get up on this hey 뭐 할까 말
Voice a bit more forward, not so pulled back compared to the other girls.
I just wanna get close to you. 뭐 할까 말해봐. What you feeling like? 두루루뚜뚜뚜, 두루루뚜뚜뚜. Yeah, 오늘부터잖아, just like that.
A bit more metallic.
오늘부터잖아, just like that.
Is she the oldest? This girl is the oldest.
좋아, 좋아해. Just like
Also
that.
has a more mature voice.
좋아해. 감사합니다. 방금 저도 루멘이 이어서 스타일 녹음을 끝마치고 나왔는데요. 굉장히 재밌었습니다. 사실 저 한국어 가사가 살짝 입에 잘 안 붙어서 데모 가사로 부를 때보다 좀 많이 어렵더라고요. 그런 부분이 약간
She's not Korean.
어색하게 나와서
Is that why she's not familiar with the lyrics?
그래도 열심히 연습을 했으니까 그에 맞게 잘 나온 것 같습니다. 다음에 녹음할 때는 더 잘하고 싶습니다. 더 체이스 녹음 때보다 그래도 많이 성장했다고 생각을 하는데 다음 녹음 때는 또 더 성장해 있을 수 있도록 계속해서 보컬 연습을 열심히 하면 좋을 것 같고 스타일 지금 안무도 저희가 다 나가고
That is the problem. They, as a K-pop artist, they need to develop in everything, in dancing, singing, to be artists.
활동도 너무 재밌을 것 같아서 다들 많이 기대해 주시면 감사하겠습니다. 오늘 녹음 수고했습니다. 안녕하세요.
Stella.
이어폰 속 플레이리스트 뭐 야간 노래 뭔데 야간 노래 이어폰 속 플레이리스트 뭐 야간 노래 뭔데 네, 그 맨 마지막 네, 알겠습니다.
Quite some volume in the high notes.
플레이리스트 뭐 야간 노래 뭔데 곁이 곁 하나 없지 Get up on this hey
She's the one who did the scream best among all. All of them have been mastering well what they had to sing. I've seen other recordings from the other groups and it's not quite like this. A voice also more vertical compared to the others. Same sonic characteristic as all the others.
감사합니다. 방금 제가 이제 녹음을 끝냈는데요. 제가 마지막 순서로 녹음을 끝냈습니다.
Stella.
이번 스타일 곡이 정말 팝 댄스곡 같은 느낌이어서 어려운 점도 많았고 제가 재밌게 했던 점도 많았던 것 같은데 제가 다음 녹음 때 숙지해 올 것은
The difficult thing here are the syllable pronunciations within the cadences.
다음 녹음까지 열심히 해보겠습니다.
They're fast and one pronunciation per note that complicates things a lot.
너무 좋았고 이제 결과물이 잘 나왔으면 좋겠습니다. 그래서 저는 이만 멤버들 따라 퇴근해보겠습니다. 여러분 안녕.
Very interesting, they have all the characteristics of their older sisters from Red Velvet, and I really liked this melody, although I'm not a fan of this pop. That's a bit more childish, so to speak, but the melodic lines are quite pleasant. I like something with more dissonances, with 50s, 70s, 90s, and the Red Velvet has some songs that have these cadences that please me, and they've also been bringing in all their songs. They have also been doing R&B, which usually has this sound so very beautiful. The girls deserve congratulations. That girl, Carmen, is very interesting. All of them are singing with great volume, making secure choices. They knew what they had to execute and they executed it very well. I really like it because I've seen, as I said, other recordings and I've seen few artists this secure. And they're new teenage girls, very young, and Carmen stands out. I saw two shorts of her singing a Tori Kelly song and another one I don't remember. She maintained this characteristic of this technique, here more retracted and placed in the nose, but did it well with vibratos and I liked it a lot. And I will react to them again here, but I want to see a live performance from one of their shows. Recommend me some below in case you know any. If you liked this analysis, leave your comment here and your like below, subscribe just to see more videos like this. Consider making some financial support below in the first pinned comment, in the PayPal link, or else in the Super Thanks button, okay? See you!